Hey, this is Greg, coming to you live from the Road Famous Comedy Store main room for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 5. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good evening. Welcome. Hello. Oh, hi. Aphrodite's here, everybody. Make some noise. The great Aphrodite. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right. This one sounds a little quiet. Feels good in here, right? You guys ready for an exciting Monday or what? Let's just jump right into it. Kill Tony's going to Austin, Texas, the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. The show that you're at right now if you're listening to this podcast, April 21st. That's where we're going to be. I'm doing stand-up a bunch of places, too, in the next couple months. Corpus Christi, Providence, Rhode Island, Calgary, Canada, Chicago, Vegas, Iowa University, Madison, Wisconsin, and other fun things. TonyHinchcliffe.com for tickets. Make some noise again, everybody. It's Monday night. We're a team of comedians, normal human beings spread out that signed up. Brian, how are you? It's Brian Redband.
Hey, guys.
Ryan J. Ebel drawing the episode. Is Jamie Vernon back there? I'm excited about life.
We have a big show Wednesday if you're around here at the Comedy Store. We have a secret show. Todd Glass just got added to it. Miss Pat, Randy Lidkey, Brody Stevens, a bunch of people there.
It's a stand-up comedy show this Wednesday night at 8:30 in this room that you're in right now. Live at the Comedy Store on the Sunset Strip. Let's get into the show, shall we? You guys like hilarious comedy guests? I do too. Any fans of one of my favorite shows in all of comedy, Roast Battle in the room? I know I'm a big fan. And last night they just wrapped up season 2 of their huge tournament here at the Comedy Store. And so in honor of one of my favorite shows, Roast Battle, I have booked the 2 champions all-time of Roast Battle. Let's see how loud this place can get for the great Mike Lawrence and last night's big winner, Frank Castillo. Still on the honeymoon tour. It's been 24 hours. The ride of his life. They are the champions of the world of roasting, a world in which I love very much. Make some noise one more time for these hilarious motherfuckers. Mike, you've been in a ton of times, Stone Cold fucking assassin. We have
you can just look at us and realize that Roast Battle is a writer's showcase.
Oh, man. 1 for 1 on knocked over beers on jokes. One of Mike's trademarks, the slobber knocker.
I just love that if someone bombs tonight, just the long walk they're going to have back to their seat.
It is bigger than the belly room.
I mean, I'm sure you'll all be great.
Frank Castillo, this is a special treat. This is Frank's first time on the panel of this show. And to show you how far Frank, like how awesome our storyline is, Frank, before he even worked here, was pulled out of the bucket as a comedian on episode 1 of Kill Tony. Shit. Holy shit.
I'd say episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. He's Mexican. If you couldn't tell by his yellow-greenish... You're not really brown. You're just like 2 different tints of yellow and...
I'm passable.
You're gray. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. This is how I laugh. Ha.
Hey, where else in America now can you see white people berating a Mexican? All right, besides everywhere else.
What that guy's laugh over there? Oh shit. I love this show. You know what I love about this show? A bunch of fucking things, but one of my favorite things is the band. 3 of the funniest humans. I can't believe I get to work with them every week. It's the Kill Tony, always with a different entrance. This week, here they are. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's the Kill Tony band. Fuck yeah. Fred Wurst. Oh, is that a Limp Bizkit tribute?
No, Tony.
Thanks for setting me up there, Pat.
You know what's so sad? That's gonna be on like a classic rock station in 5 years, and we're gonna all feel so fucking old.
I think it already is, actually.
There's like a whole generation that when George Michael died, they're like, oh, you mean the guy who covered Limp Bizkit's Faith? It's the real tragedy of that time.
Jeremiah Watkins, fresh off of being on every goddamn episode ever of Roast Battle, a member of my favorite part of that show, The Wave. Pat, how are you tonight?
I'm good. Hey, I got a new album called Bad Chad.
Yeah, so get that on iTunes, SoundCloud, whatever it's on. Probably all those things, however you listen to music. Joel Jimenez is here. You guys ready to start the show or what? Everything is in place. I have a bucket full of comedians' names. You guys know how it works. Sometimes it's one of the top rising comedians, and they do a little bit of time. Sometimes I pull a name out of a bucket. It's a completely insane person. You never know what's going to happen. Anybody can sign up before the show, so that's already happened. You get 60 seconds, you know your time's up, and you hear the sound of a kitty. That means wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Start this motherfucking show! This is Tony, episode 190-something, episode 200, coming up live in the main room in March. ComedyStore.com for tickets. First name I pulled out of the bucket appears to be the name of Helen Humphrey. Wow, there is no Helen Humphrey, so you know what that means. In the current state of Kiltony, there was an anomaly that we were once informed of called the Verzi triplets. They are either loved or hated. They all used to come up at the same time, and we are experimenting a new thing where we have split up the triplets, and the first triplet to go on his own went last week. It was a debacle. And this week we're going to try it again. This is a different one. One more time.
Alex.
Put your hands together for Alex Verzi, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is what happens when someone gets to the spot. It's Verzi triplet. How can you be sure?
Thank you guys, yeah. I am a triplet. My mom had 4 babies in 15 months. If giving birth was a sport, my mom would be in the Hall of Fame. You know, she'd have a gold maternity gown, her placenta would be up in the rafters. My family's had a bunch of weird pregnancies, though. My aunt, she just had a baby at 47 years old. Yeah, she had one of those test tube babies because no one wanted to fuck her. She's very ugly, man, very ugly. And it's kind of selfish, too, because no one loves her, so she had to make something that would love her? It's very weird. I was kind of scared, though, because 47, that's old. Like, I thought for sure the baby was going to be retarded. Like, 47 is the number of chromosomes that thing should have had, you know? I thought it was going to come out with a helmet on, pet his little trapezoid head. I know. There's nothing wrong with having a mentally challenged child, except the next 18 years, but other than that, nothing too bad. That's all I got.
Am I the only one who immediately sympathized with the aunt? Like, I was rooting for the aunt the entire time in that joke. That poor woman had to give 3 mediocre Christmas presents every year. Just stubby wop triplets. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I like the part where you called her ugly. I thought that was dope.
So this is your aunt we're talking about, huh?
Yeah, this is my aunt.
And did she have the kid?
Yeah, no, she had a baby. She just had a baby at 47.
Wow.
Thank God he'll never be on TV so she doesn't have to hear that joke. I mean, it was just mean. It was just really mean. This fucking 47-year-old bitch with a weird pussy and she gotta have a test tube baby. Like, what's wrong with her?
Dude, I thought it's hilarious. Keep going.
Commitment to the Durst character, I appreciate it.
So, I mean...
Yeah.
Dude, add more retards to your set.
Do an act out. Go, Mama! Why have you forsaken me?
I mean, what's been happening in your life? I mean, when did you come up with that? You wrote that in the past
I
couple
wrote
weeks?
this last week.
Right.
I only wanted to do 1 week because Mitchell only had 1 week, so I didn't want to do anything. And I was trying to do something that we would never ever do. And
what's been happening in your life in which you think you're different than your two brothers? What's something that sets you apart from your two brothers?
I'm much better looking than both of them. That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, funny pants.
No, man, it sounds very corny, but we literally do pretty much the same thing. We all work together, we all work construction.
Everything you say sounds corny.
So you're very shallow because you were talking about your aunt being ugly. You're hotter than your other brothers.
I'm definitely more shallow than my brothers, that's for sure.
Why do you think that is?
I feel like Verzies are like Smurfs. Like, this is Vanity Verzi, there's Papa Verzi, there's Artie Verzi, there's Closeted Verzi, Balding Verzi.
I take a little better care of myself than my brothers do. Like the one that's coming on next week, he's a little fatter and less in shape than I am.
So like, okay, so if you take care of yourself better, then that's a thing that sets you apart from them, right?
Yeah.
So what are things that you do to take care of yourself better that your exact DNA two triplets don't do?
I definitely go to the gym more. I eat a little better, although Mitchie's getting a little better on that front. He's starting to eat better as well.
What do you mean by eat better? Like, what do you eat?
Well, Sean
Start eating pussy.
Yeah, I like this fucking early 90s filthy rock star. What a punk.
I love that you're just calling all of your different family members out. Like your aunt,
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, just throwing
I
everybody.
like that you're leaning on the mic like Bruce Springsteen posing for an album cover.
Don't stop doing it.
Yeah, what a little bitch.
Every Verzi looks like they were rejected by different baseball teams. It's really wonderful. I could have been in the Philadelphia team. I don't know. Baseball.
Triplet.
Yeah.
So
looking back at last week, if you were to grade who was better, number 1 or number 2, who would you choose?
who do you think? Let's ask him first.
Oh, Mitchell probably did better than I did, just from listening to the audience. Mitchell probably did better than I did.
So you're the weak link of the triplets.
Apparently right now I'm the weakest
You
link.
are the weakest link.
No, I'm the weakest link right now. So,
All right.
but Mitchell has a little more experience doing it solo. I think that was my 5th time doing it by myself, and Mitchell's done it.
Oh, maybe spend a little less time in front of the fucking mirror. More time on stage and you can figure something out.
Yeah, that'd probably do it, man.
I do want to compliment and say that was great confidence. I know that you like looked at the notebook and you were like, yeah, I'm doing the retard bit tonight.
I wanted to try something that we wouldn't usually talk about, and that was it. So,
Dude, I'm all about unmerited confidence.
You may not realize this, but 47-year-old infertile aunt's the main demographic for the Death Squad network. So she gonna find out.
Kill Tony was the name of the kid.
Abortion joke. So Alex.
yes, you got it right this time.
Hey-oh. Anyway, I mean, is there anything else that you think sets you? How about dating life? You get laid a little bit more than your brothers? Does being so much better looking than your other triplets pay off?
I get better looking girls. Sean definitely gets laid more, but he's a little less selective. He kind of. He just takes it.
Wait, was he the one that had the cold sore?
No, that's Mitchie, man. Mitchie.
One of them once came up here with
Is there a part of this night where you don't come off hating women?
I believe that.
One of the
I'm already taking
triplets,
deeper.
one of the Verzi triplets one night came here with a cold sore so bad that he basically wrapped a fucking ace bandage around his head. It was a gigantic
Dude, you saw
bandage.
that thing too, man. It was fucking
And
blistering.
I forced him on the front patio after the show. I forced him, and the two brothers were dying of laughter. I'm like, I want to see what's underneath that fucking thing.
Well, because he tried to put like a lot of cover up on top of it, and it just made it look even worse.
Wow.
It was like tanning the
Because it was a sweater. It was a sweater.
The most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It's
Lot
like
more-
Joe versus the volcano or something. It's a putting green and everything.
But yeah, Sean's getting more ladies right now, but
All right. Well, Alex, you're talking about everybody but yourself, it seems. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out like what goes on and what you know.
I don't think much goes on.
This is the
not
time.
much goes on, man. I go to the gym, I work construction.
Do you think life's? Do you think you get to maybe be a little bit less creative and like hungry as a triplet? Do you think? You think it's sort of like tough to like have it tough as a triplet, being raised in a family that?
No,
If he was the third one to the mom's tit, he was even hungrier.
No, man, I always had somebody, we always got to like compete against each other. I don't like that Mitchell's gonna be able to hold this over me, but yeah, we always get to compete against each other, so no, it always makes me work a little harder.
So do you guys like compete to who can write the worst joke?
Yeah. that was my goal this week. Write the shittiest, most crappy jokes.
All right, Alex. Well, I mean, you're the second triplet to go. I think you know, it's not a competition between you guys. It's just an experiment to like, you know, make sure. I don't know what the fuck. It wasn't even my idea. Red Man wanted to do it.
Well, you were kept putting them on every show, so I said, let's dissect them a little and see what
I'm not
happens.
giving up on these fucking Verzi triplets. Do I think they're terrible? Yes! I think they're the fucking worst. But I think that there's a fucking spark of something.
Stop it.
See, when off stage, they fucking like hate each other.
I don't think they do. They
You
hang out
literally
all
sound
the
like
time
P.T.
with-
Barnum right now. You sound like a fucking mad scientist.
I am.
Let the triplet freaks bomb.
Yeah.
You're like Vince McMahon and Beyond the Mat. He's gotta fail.
The Verzi triplets are my Roman Reigns. And with that said, there he goes, Alex Verzi, ladies and gentlemen. Back to being a triplet. We're back to the old puppet hat. Let's get a normal human being up here, shall we? Wow. I mean, every once in a while, just life gives you something that you really just can't take away. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you one of the greatest humans ever, one of our favorite guests of all time. She can do no wrong. Some people say she's the goat. Some people call her a pig. Some people, if you haven't listened to this show before, you're in for a very special treat. I give to you the one, the only, Aphrodite.
Some of y'all white folks ain't never been to a black church. I can look at you right now and tell you, you ain't never been to a black church, right? Right? I'm gonna give you a little something. This is why I was hoeing. You can't be hoeing and serving the Lord at the same time. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. I say you can't hoe a lot and please Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be touching yourself. You can't be thinking about none of that stuff. You know, you are no sex allowed in church. That's why everybody's fucking in church, because no sex is allowed. You understand what I'm saying? You know, they be touching themselves and touching little children. Oh my God. I'm about to hurt somebody. Good thing I ain't got no children, you know. Y'all might be wondering about the outfit I got on. This is called Go Straight to Hell outfit. According to my mama. Straight to hell! They don't allow all his ass to be showing in church. Hey! Good morning! Oh!
Boom, she got the cat, Aphrodite. Fully committed to the sermon thing. Aren't you the most... You mind telling me again, how old are you, Aphrodite?
I'm 61.
61 years old. That's the first time we've heard that sermon bit. Is that a new one?
Yeah, because I met a lot of hoes.
I wanted to shake her hair and have the other two Verzi triplets fall out.
I got a little titty for all three of them.
That sounded like an opening sketch in a rap album I would skip.
Yeah. Shut up, fool! Shut up, fool! Now drop it like it. Sorry, I had to get out.
Thank you, Jane Brown.
You can do no wrong. Aphrodite. So is that really what a black church is like?
Oh man, they off the chain with it. They be smoking the Oregon, dude. You know, I smoke a little weed, go to church, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can feel that shit.
Tony, the church that she goes to is so black, at the end of every sermon they go, "Oh, that chicken and Popeyes."
No, actually it's fried fish. It's fried fish. They be frying the shit out of some fish up in the black church.
I'm trying to remember what episode of Luke Cage she performed on. Wasn't she in Cottonmouth Club?
No, seriously, they like that at the black church, dude. They off the chain with it. Seriously.
Hey, Tony. Yeah. Doesn't she look like a 1970s game show microphone?
That's where she keeps all the
I'm
ratings.
sorry I had to do it.
You are really something else. You are a piece of work. When's the last time you went to black church?
Oh man, I gotta confess, I'm a proud heathen. I ain't going nowhere with Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad or none of them.
Who does Aphrodite believe in?
I believe in weed. California is legal.
Wow.
That's not a who. Weed is not a who.
I just noticed her earrings. Maybe the best earrings in the whole entire world. They're two little picks.
Afro pick.
Afro.
I feel like she takes someone's virginity in a coming-of-age novel.
Oh no. I just had to get Jeremiah back. He accused me of losing my blackness the last time I was here. So I'm gonna let him know I'm black and I'm proud. And I'm here to start a damn riot all by myself.
You're showing me.
I love that. I also love the Russian hat that you're wearing tonight.
The Russians did not come up with the afro. Let's get it straight on. We still know those shit for black people. Okay, we got enough shit y'all already stole now.
You want to ask her where she got it from?
I got it at the Goodwill.
Does your hair match your Gorbachev? Like, are you?
Oh man, this is the effect of smoking some good ganja. That I'm telling all y'all bald
What
headed
if the
people.
ass was just pussy hair?
That's gonna cost you, motherfucker. That's gonna cost you, man. And you know you're used to paying for it, so shut up.
Tony,
I'm getting roasted by Fat Albert's mom.
she looks like the creature from the African American Lagoon.
Oh, man, you don't went too far back. You showing age now. I used to watch that movie.
He nailed it.
Did he what?
You said you like that reference that he just made?
No, man, I think he's an old man back there because it was a movie called The Black Lagoon. That was kind of racist, man. Don't be talking about no Black Lagoon. Talk about it, man.
Aphrodite, what have you,
Hey, it was a funny joke.
It wasn't funny. It was only funny to the white people. Now shut the hell up. Sorry, I'm telling the truth.
Joel's been thinking of that joke for like... He's been
All his damn life, he came up with that damn one line.
work that line there.
That was fucked up, boy.
Aphrodite, do you write your name? Are you the one that writes it?
Yeah.
You have unbelievably amazing handwriting. I love how you go over each line
That's
of
right.
your name about
That's right.
7 times.
Y'all like having the braille motherfuckers up there. These are fillers, you know.
Her handwriting matches her voice.
Thank
Big
you.
and black. I mean, you could probably literally see that from.
That's right. That's my signature. The angry black woman signature, okay?
You always do a thing where you like turn away from the actual question and then give like a little performance.
That's right.
I like your style.
Oh, I love you too.
What have you done? So you haven't actually gone to church recently, but I want to know.
Nah, I told you I'm a proud heathen.
Gotcha. I want to know about your real life stuff, though, Aphrodite. Like, what have you really been doing lately? A change,
Well,
recent
actually-
change in your life?
I'm really excited. I'm going to France this summer with a band called Sidewinders. Hey, I'm back.
Sidewinder.
Yes.
When you say you're back, what do you mean?
Well, I had double hip surgery. I couldn't walk for almost 3 years without a walker, so I am back.
Wow. Double hip surgery.
Double hip surgery.
When
Not
did you-
ass surgery, but hip surgery, okay?
When did you have double hip surgery?
When?
Yeah.
Well, I had the first one December 16, 2014. Came out of the hospital December 30th. Went to band rehearsal. Did New Year's Eve in Grand Park downtown for 35,000 people with 17 staples in my hip. Okay? And then the second one was April 16, 2015. 4 months exactly. They cut me on the left side. 17 staples here and 20 on the other side.
Hearing this is as fun as those surgeries.
It wasn't really the answer that I was expecting. I wasn't expecting
Seriously?
your...
But it was the time when I told you I almost hit the lady in the head with the bottle of cinnamon.
What? Cinnamon comes in bottles?
It's cinnamon.
You know, I'm in the hospital, I got my spices because, you know, they got that funny food they serve you in the
I
hospital.
like that Aphrodite's doing a recap of previous Aphrodite performances. You didn't see Aphrodite season 3?
I've been returning to my life, basically.
Like what? What's been new lately?
Well, like I said, we're getting prepared for this tour to France,
Right.
which is something I haven't done since
So this group that
2013.
you're touring with, the Sidewinders, like what are they known for?
Well, actually, we've been in the same band before. That kind of shit, man. Some soul. Some
This is
soul.
them, where we have the
Good God.
Is it different Sidewinders?
No, it ain't nothing like that, man. This is real soul.
Hold on a
See,
second.
that shit'll drive you to drink it, man.
So, do you perform by yourself or do you perform with
I'm a
This is
female
another
vocalist.
side. Hold on, we're testing. This is another Sidewinders. I'm looking.
No.
This is the one.
It's on my Facebook page.
Is this only 5?
So there's the only other sidewinders we have is the Dayton sidewinders.
No, it's not them guys. They call themselves, it's a pretty used name, but anyway, it's not them guys, man. We play soul music, you know what I'm saying?
Aphrodite, you are the most beautiful bowling ball I have ever seen.
Oh, thank
You
you.
are just a sweet little thing. Honest question. Is that a wig?
I told you last time, the shit is $29.95.
It really
How many
is.
times I gotta tell you?
So like anybody can, is that hard? Is that like
When you don't wear it, are you just tidy?
No, I'm just spicy. I'm just spicy little man. You keep my ass close, I'm gonna charge your ass now. This ain't free shit. You know what I'm saying?
What?
We be asking women all the damn secrets.
Why do I feel like I'm at the post office now? Just want to mail my package, ma'am. Please, ma'am. I will do standard shipping if that's okay.
He the kind of motherfucking fire you just for any damn thing.
what can Brown do for you?
Anything you want.
Bro, can turn me white so I can get more money.
Can't do that.
Yeah, we're not. That's not. Are you getting?
No, I don't want to be white. I'm
Are you
just
getting
white.
paid for your trip to France?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've always gotten paid for my job.
They just let anyone over.
I don't play
That makes her better than any other comic that's going to come up on stage tonight.
I'm just blessed to be doing this in an industry that's against people of older ages. I fit all the no's. I'm older than they want me to be, I'm blacker than they want me to be, and my ass is way bigger than they ever wanted me to be. Okay? So I feel great.
Yeah, only flat-ass black women make it in show business.
Man, I ain't gonna keep struggling. I'm gonna sell my ass to these white women out here going crazy trying to get booty. I'm gonna give them a little chunk at a time, you know?
I have no idea what you just said.
You can make
I
money.
really feel like we need to translate
You know,
that
it's about
out.
selling ass, right? You understand? The sister ain't gonna keep sucking. I need to start a church or sell parts of my ass. One or two.
You're the only person I know that speaks in a chicken wingdings font.
Yeah, half the time she sounds like the alien character in a Star Wars scene. Like, we must fight the resistance.
Hey man, don't be saying shit like that to black people, man. What the hell is wrong with this dude?
Yeah,
No, I don't think you're getting it up, Betty. We can't understand what you're saying sometimes.
I asked him what the hell is wrong with him.
Yeah,
What the hell is wrong with me?
Wrong with you, yeah. What the hell?
Thank you, Pam.
That feels so damn good. That's almost like orgasm. Y'all should do that sometime. Come on, everybody. What the hell?
No, don't do it, Aphrodite.
Y'all fuck like that. Y'all fuck all quiet.
Aphrodite, let him be quiet. So you don't always, it's always just a show. You're killing it. They love you, right, guys?
I love y'all too. Especially if anybody got some weed out there, I really love y'all.
There you go.
I don't drink. I don't fuck with that alcohol.
You can get high with Aphrodite after the show. Go
That's
for it.
right.
There she
Only
goes.
good weed. Only good weed.
Aphrodite, ladies and gentlemen.
Ow!
He's going to France. If you're listening to this show live from France, get your tickets to Aphrodite and the Sidewinders. Where can they get tickets for that? What janky-ass website do they have to go to?
What GeoCities page can
You
they
don't
get
know
tickets?
now? Oh, just got the job. Well, congratulations. There you go. Aphrodite's going to fucking France, 61 years old, living her stand-up comedy dreams. While you pussies sit there wondering what you would say.
I don't think she's going to France.
I know this guy, one of the funnier rising comedians throughout the Comedy Store. Put your hands together for Wub Savell.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Small. I let my deck.
if I was Trump, right after the woman marches, I would just appoint women to every position in my cabinet that has the word secretary in it. Just not even tell anyone, just have them figure it out. You're like, what the fuck? This is the most female-centric. You know, when Trump got elected, everyone's comparing him to Hitler. And they also compared Obama to Hitler. Really just goes to show you the depth of Hitler's character. Spans such different people. That's all I got.
That's amazing. I love that. That's fucking beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Beautiful Hitler joke. Sometimes it's just like, you know.
Nailed it.
There's your minute if you were wondering. Unbelievable joke. How's life, Wub? How long have you been doing stand-up?
Since like, I don't know, 2011, 2010, maybe.
Okay. We'll call that, fuck yeah. So how's life been going? Anything cool happened lately?
I don't know, I'm doing all right.
This is so much harder for us when they do well.
Yeah, it's a whole different
Those are good jokes, they're topical, yeah, shit's going bad, it's got a weird name and
If it
everything.
was up to me, everybody would just bomb. I'd call him a piece of shit. We'd all have a laugh and we'd get out of here. You know what I mean? But
We'd all have a party in Aphrodite's hair, it would be amazing.
Was there a horse?
You did great, so what do you want to talk about?
What's your favorite category of porn?
Probably gangbangs.
Gangbangs. You like a lot of people in the room.
Yeah, I mean, if I could be there
This is the
too.
part of the show where Brian asks what kind of porn you like and then tries to turn it into a gay thing as fast as you like women only, so like you're afraid if there's a guy in the room.
No, it's interesting.
Where if there's a guy, you might just look at the guy.
It's interesting when people say gangbang because that's a lot of people instead of something personal. Or do you have problems with your relationship?
Obviously, he likes social settings, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if other people are fucking, I will fuck too.
Yeah.
I think the thing with the gangbang is
Dude,
that
Tony, this guy's dope, man.
He does have the stage presence of the last guy in the gangbang who's just waiting the whole time.
Awesome.
Who knows he's got the biggest dick?
Look, man, I get if you're tired, it's okay. You go home, we'll just reconvene at a better time.
Hey, Red Band, you want to know my category?
Yeah.
Finger blasting.
Wow, they have a porn category for that?
Yeah, it's me.
So what? I mean, that's fun stuff, that Hitler joke. Did you come up with that recently?
Yeah, just because seeing all the posters of Trump portrayed as Hitler next to ones of Obama portrayed, you know.
Yeah.
That first joke that you were doing, did you ease off of, did you have more to the beginning or to the end of it, or did you just feel the room and then switch to another joke? Because it looked like you were like, that joke wasn't killing his life.
There are some parts to it, but sometimes I don't always do them, you know. Like, I'll forget them. And move on, as we saw.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just think of when someone wins roast battle and you're like, man, I bet that guy's whole life has changed. No, the next night he's just talking to some dude named Wub. Yeah, it's not that much different.
How long of a set do you have? Do you like would you say you're comfortable with?
I don't know, man. 5-10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Do you have any special skills or talents other than stand-up comedy?
Wait. You said you've been doing it for 5 years and you only have 5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's
Well, I'm not
kind
going
of
to sit up here and be like, oh yeah, I'll knock out an hour.
No, I mean, like, if you have like a good 15, good 30, after that long, I would expect
I've done 30 before, but
Do you perform a lot?
yeah, I perform all the time.
What do
You
do
look like
for-
every person that brags about not owning a television.
What do you do for work, Wub?
I do bar trivia, like I host bar trivia, and then I also do some copy editing, like freelance.
You look real excited about that.
Oh yeah, it's.
I've got 50 minutes on bar trivia, 5 minutes on stand-up comedy.
Are you a gifted wubber?
I used to teach martial arts.
He did
play
the
music.
one step.
Say that again, Wub?
I used to teach martial arts. I can play music.
What kind of martial arts?
Kung fu.
All right.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, my friend Wub, it appears as though by the sound of those drums, you know what that means.
He just bores the board into breaking itself in half.
Welcome to another...
You don't want to be together, do you?
Hey, Tony.
Why don't you split?
Tony, can we do a high kick challenge?
Yeah, I'd love that. Can we get some kung fu music, maybe?
I can't wait.
I think you could do it, Wub.
I had like surgery last year.
Wait, did you have double hip surgery?
So I could get wider.
With your surgery.
Did you practice
My
in
back.
MMA?
What happened to your back?
Herniated a disc. Had to get surgery. Was like bedridden.
Is there something that you were doing?
Bedridden. I think it was probably from lack of doing stuff.
This is like if the guy from Crash Test Dummies just had a conversation. Once there was this guy who used to do karate, now he's failing at stand-up there. He does bar trivia. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You guys are starting to wub me the wrong way.
Well, what's the craziest thing that you've ever done and gotten away with?
I fucked a stripper for like a year, friends with benefits, like no condom.
Dude, I knew this guy was dope.
The reveal was so sad for her. That's right, honey. We've been straight up raw dogging the entire time. I might be a father. Whoa.
She used to dance at Jumbo's.
Wow, so she was dancing at Jumbo's and you stumbled in there one night, threw back a shot and a beer, and you see her come out.
No, I met her online.
Oh. And then what happened?
Went out on a date, fucked, you know.
And then, so it just stayed that way for a year.
She was a one-night stand.
Was it like you guys were dating, or you guys were just fucking? She would just...
At first we tried to like date for like, I don't know, a few weeks, but...
It didn't work, but you kept fucking for a year.
Yeah.
Good job.
Damn, it was.
Is she the, you said Jumbo's, right?
Yeah.
The contortionist? It's not.
No, this was like, I don't know, 8 years ago.
I was thinking if we dated the same girl. That's all.
You guys Eskimo
Jumbo's
brothers?
is the most honest name for a strip club. Like, Jumbo's, you know what this is.
No bullshit.
We have jumbo-sized holes in our hearts.
So what?
That's my boy Patty Reagan right there.
I did not expect it to end with "of our hearts."
You were fucking a stripper for a year.
Yeah.
So when did that end?
At least one of you's revealing parts of yourself on stage.
Did you notice one's going missing out of your wallet?
Did the money she give you ever smell funny?
I wouldn't take that money, it's fucking nasty.
Yeah, but you put your dick in it, that's dope.
That's true. That's true.
We got another kind of weird misogynist. We need a fun black lady to clean this up.
I won't dare touch that dollar. But here, let me catch anything you might have. Very impressive mentality, Wub. So you made it out with that, no STDs, huh?
Yeah, actually none. It was, though she did contact me afterwards to say, I do have something now, so go get checked.
Oh, you almost made a jumbo mistake.
What was it?
Oh, herpes.
Wow, she had herpes. How recently after fucking you without a condom was this phone call?
And which simplex was
A
it?
few months, probably.
You almost had a whoops a daisy.
That's the champ.
That's your new reigning defending roast battle champion, Francis. A whoopsie daisy.
It's my Instagram name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, jeez.
Plug you, bro.
Look at you. Got a little plug in there. So what?
Matches your fun personality.
Yeah. Well, let's figure something out. Like go have some more fun. So we have some more fun stuff to talk about in between you telling really, really, really funny Hitler jokes. There he goes. Whoopsie, ladies and gentlemen. He is on Twitter. Wow, at Whoopsie Daisy. But yeah, it's his Twitter and his Instagram. I said it was his Instagram, but it's also his Twitter.
He got that? That's awesome.
Interesting that he chose Instagram, probably because he knew that I was going to say Twitter. So he got a plug out clean for his Instagram.
He looks like a guy who writes smart Hitler jokes.
Well, this is fun.
Really is fun. You guys are having fun. Tony fans like awkward episodes. It doesn't need to be violently loud. We don't do those, repetitive chants or anything like that like WWE and other shows do. To keep the energy at an obnoxious level, I like to let you guys relax every once in a while. You like that? Or you guys want to yell things? You do? Go fuck yourself. Put your hands together for Jamel Dotson, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so how does this work? We just get a minute? All right. Well, this is an interesting time we live in, isn't it? I think so. Everybody's concerned about all sorts of shit, like Trump's out there doing basically what he said he was going to do. I feel like we're missing one really big question, and that pressing question is about Melania Trump. Hostage or hope? Like, it's a very big question. It's a pressing question. Like, hostage or hope? Like, I don't know how to discuss her. Like, should we, be talking shit about her, or should we be staging a rescue? Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very important question. I don't know. You know, hostage or hope? Like, am I the only one waiting to hear about the human trafficking? It's just me? I'm the only one? Like Melania Trump, the human trafficking, Russian mail-order bride story? You can't, nobody? That's too much? You never thought about this shit? You say it's deep? You never thought about this shit? Seriously? Like, she's been quiet. Everyone, you know, because he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. He's like, he possesses her. Like, you never thought about that shit? Like, you're gonna find out. It's like, I got her for a very good price, you know?
Jamel Dotson.
I love that was topical material from someone with a Live Strong bracelet. As if you haven't acknowledged the last 10 years.
It says courage. Oh. Smart ass. You've been making nigga jokes this whole time. And
I don't say that word.
At that shit too. And like, I don't know, Trump supporters and... Oh, it was too close to home. A lot of white folks got quiet.
Hey, Tony.
Let's keep going.
Tony, I like how...
I mean that in a positive way.
Jamel, stick with us here. Jeremiah, go ahead.
I like how he looks like a little Yachty, but sounds like Bagger Vance.
Where are you from, Jamel?
I look like Lil Yachty, but sound like Bagger Vance.
It's a great cinema, check it out.
What the fuck?
Jamel, over here. Where are you from?
I'm back to you. Y'all making some crazy comments.
Jamel, stick with me.
Y'all don't have black friends, do you?
Holy shit.
Beige ones, but not black ones.
No, my friends are pretty
I mean
black.
that in a positive way. I do.
If I'm making a little Yachty reference, my friends are pretty black.
The majority of people that listen to rap music are white. Whether the guy made a little Yachty rap. What? Huh?
What happened to your word?
Come back. I'm focused on you.
It's going to take way longer if you analyze every reference.
I'm sorry.
I think you might be a little bit ADD, Jamel. You're like if Snoop Dogg didn't smoke weed. You've been literally
But still turned into a dog.
The shizzle busy. Where are you from, Jamel?
I'm from Indiana.
Oh, Gary?
Haha, that makes sense.
Demographically, that does make sense. However, I'm from Bloomington.
Very cool.
I got covered.
Is there a lot of white people in Bloomington?
Yeah, there's all white.
I could tell. I don't know how, but I just could tell.
That's why I know you very well. Anyway, keep going.
How long have you been in LA?
Like a week.
You visiting or you live here now?
Oh, hell no, I had to escape. I'm out. I'm here.
You live here?
Yeah.
Oh, very congratulations.
That's right.
Congratulations. That's fucking awesome. How old are you?
I'm 30. It's not a fun
why'd you
age.
say-
You look way older, and I mean that in a positive way.
Oh, okay. I'm with it. I got gray hair and shit. It was crazy.
You said 30 like you were lying. It's not that I'm guessing that you're lying because you look older. I'm guessing you're lying because of the way that you said 30.
I'm 30. You're 30 in the same way that Melania's a hostage.
Yeah, she's having the time of her life.
Total hoe. Total hoe.
Well, so, yeah, wow, is this something you've always wanted to do, move out here?
Yeah.
What did you have going on in Bloomington that held you up for 30 years?
Family?
Oh, you have a family there?
Pretty much, no. My parents, my family, not like my
Oh,
wife
I just
and kids.
assumed because of your skin color that you abandoned a family there for a second.
I'm gonna let that ride. I'm gonna let that ride. It's cool.
Hey, Tony.
It's your show. You can do it.
I do it on other people's shows too. I walk
Somebody was supposed to speak up and be like, no!
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, I'm
You're
sorry.
Jamelling
I lied.
up on me.
Hey, Tony.
So how are you going to survive out here? What do you do for work?
I don't know how I'm going to survive. Like, this is an interesting time. Like,
Sounds like a minority to me.
I don't know.
He's a Mexican, people. You can make that joke.
My own people!
I'm
PC
Mexican.
You're beige.
No,
I
I'm
don't
full
know,
Mexican.
It doesn't count. You're full Mexican.
Yeah.
But we're minorities. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be in the. You came for me.
No, we're together.
It's 2017. I don't know what to think.
No,
All I do is listen.
These are your own people who say they're 30 and don't look like it.
What did you do for work when you were in Indiana?
I worked in youth development.
Youth development.
I like how I say that. Like what? Everybody looked at me like, what? I couldn't. No.
It's just surprising that you're in youth development when you're wearing a pocket knife on your jeans right now.
I'm from Indiana. What is having a pocket knife?
Yeah, we don't do that in LA, wear pocket knives.
You don't. You never been to the Midwest, anything
I'm
like
from
that?
the Midwest.
I'm from Indiana.
Then what?
Brownsburg, Indiana.
Okay, then you understand.
This is what the Midwest looks like. It's a white guy with a saxophone. What is more Midwest than that? That looks like Gary and that looks like Indiana.
Gary, Indiana joke for the win.
No, I keep pocket knives and shit like this just to blend in places I don't belong.
Like on stage.
How long have you been doing stand-up? Jamel, how long have you been doing stand-up, Jamel?
That was good. That was sick.
You know it hurt when he was like, that was good.
It was good.
So I'm going to kill you after the show, and I mean that in a positive way.
How long have you been doing stand-up? Still haven't heard this question?
I haven't.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
I don't know, like about a
A decade? About a decade. All in Bloomington?
decade. No.
Where?
Went from Indiana to Atlanta to DC. Now I'm here.
How often would you get up?
Every day.
Just once or like multiple times?
I'm gonna say multiple times.
I like how everything this dude says sounds like a lie.
10 years.
Is it because most of y'all are white? I don't know. I really
I
can't.
said
This
in
is a weird
Bloomington.
judgment. Like I feel this is an interesting time. Like right, this feels awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're on-
Like,
you're on
doesn't
your-
it?
Well, yeah,
Like,
whenever-
this works for like 20. You keep commenting. Be quiet. You have it.
Jamel.
He's a part of the show. He's
I know, but he keeps saying silly shit. Like you about to say some dumb shit.
I like how he thinks silly shit is just funnier shit. You know what I mean?
But just because it's fun, like Trump is funny, you know what I mean? He says it, but you see, you know,
Dude,
like,
you're comparing me to Trump?
Nice.
Nice.
It's silly shit. That is silly shit.
Awesome.
I'm concerned for the future. Like,
This is definitely a person who does not like the wave on Twitter.
Jamel, you're a week into living in Los Angeles. What neighborhood are you living in?
actually, I'm in Pomona.
Why Pomona?
Where's that?
Why Pomona?
No, I got some family out there, you know.
It's a good mind, sure.
It's cheaper, I can afford to live.
How far is that from here?
That's like 30, 45 minutes, depending. Not too bad. It's cool.
Okay.
They got real quiet. They wasn't funny.
You have any other than stand-up comedy, any fun hobbies, anything special that you can do? You like a yo-yo champion or something like that? Anything good?
Yeah, that's what I do, backgammon. I've been a backgammon champion.
Is that a joke? You're making a joke. I mean, and
You feel like every time he answers a question, it's a different split personality taking over.
it's like
No, there are no real, hobbies. Nothing like that.
what do you like to do? When you want to, relax, what do? You put on a TV?
You know what's weird? Like, this is pretty much all I do is write and do comedy, and that's pretty much it. Smoke. I get a chance to smoke because that shit's legal here, which is awesome. It's not in Indiana.
Aphrodite just sent cat piss up in the air. She just started spraying something.
Squirted on my shit.
I smoke with Aphrodite.
What's the biggest thing you've done in comedy?
The biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Set up punch. Yeah. Well, he's been doing it 10 years.
I mean, fuck, but to date, fuck, given that I'm here in LA right now on a podcast with you.
And some silly shit.
With some silly shit. This is the biggest shit I've done.
Oh, that's great.
Well, yeah,
thank you.
I mean, I already knew that. What's the second biggest shit that you've done?
Second biggest shit?
Like, can you name a comedy club that you've performed at in Indiana or Atlanta?
Dr. Grins.
Yeah,
Dr. Grins.
come on. Like, there's only one that's coming out of Bloomington. That's the Comedy Addict. They don't really fuck with
Is that where you started?
No, I didn't. Because
Where'd you
I
start?
was down before them. There was a Bear's Place.
Where'd you start?
Bear's Place.
Bear's Place.
Which was with Comedy Caravan, the longest running comedy show in the Midwest. So they were the shit, and that's where I started off as a host. And I moved up through that. Comedy Addict didn't necessarily like black people. So, this is true shit. I mean it in a positive way,
He was getting on us for
It was like, I don't like positive way.
He came to this city with nothing but a dream and a catchphrase.
I mean it in a positive way. Why should I have to pull punches?
I feel like you're going to say that until it appears on a t-shirt.
This is the
Trump
best
says that
episode.
what else? I might be able to make some money off of it. Anyway.
No hobbies, not much of anything.
Are you
helping people? That's what I like.
Like help
really,
what?
that's my hobby. Is helping people.
Helping people. Like, who have you, like, can you give us
That was a whole. I told you I was in youth development before.
But give us an example of someone that you helped in your history of youth development.
No, youth development. All right, say.
Your favorite
Everybody.
little story, a person that you helped, not everybody.
I don't have, any favorite little story. It's just about being able to help people really access privileges and things that
You can't tell me one thing that you did developmenting youths. Not one memory where you're like, this
make up a name.
This kid didn't know how to stay in the lines in the coloring book, and I'm like, stay in the lines, and then he did an art thing and won, or anything like that.
This is the worst episode of the first 48 I have ever. Dude, that wasn't even me. That was a drummer, bro.
Joel Jimenez.
This is the dumbass section, bro.
Yeah.
No,
That has been going on long enough for him to redeem himself.
In terms of just having individual stories of quick anecdotes, like I'm not out there to go out and gain donors, which is normally the people that have those quick stories, they get money from people. I'm not really trying to get money. It's just about really changing lives, and I know I've done that, and I put people in the school. So, if you need something specific, I ain't got one, but generally, I know I've impacted people, and that's all.
I love that. Sounds like a lie to me. Just kidding. That's awesome what you do.
I helped the TV into my car.
Well, it was nice to meet you, dude. Fucking good luck.
I didn't mean to make it so awkward. I'm sorry, mildly combative, but I appreciate it.
Next time, just listen and breathe a little bit more.
I'll work
It'll help.
on that.
Listening's good.
Is it?
Or else you're gonna get distracted from everything.
There's so many lights up here.
Yeah, it's a real professional show you signed up for, Jamel. Glad that you figured it out 12 minutes into you being on stage. Hey, there's lights. Hey, there's fucking lights. Wait a second, I'm on a show. Good night, that's my time. Jamel Dobson's on Twitter at Hoghead Cheese.
The only 30-year-old man to be born in 1971.
Ben Palmer. Looks like a dude. Put your hands together for Ben Palmer, everybody.
Thank you. I need a ride home. I got a ride up here from somebody. I have a car, but it just doesn't work. But I still keep it for storage. Someone actually tried to steal it from me once. It was late at night, and I was just gonna get something out of the trunk, and then out of nowhere, this dude comes and he's got a gun, and he's like, "Give me the fucking car." I'm like, "Shit, you can have it, but it's broke." He's like, "Well, what's wrong with it?" I don't know, man. It's making this clicky noise. He's like, "Is that the timing belt?" Oh, shit, it might be. He's like, "Well, pop the hood. Let's take a look." So he fixed it for me. He gave me a ride up here tonight.
There you go, Ben Palmer. That's great. We held back the West Hollywood Bear on that. I wanted to see where you were going. That was,
It's really good.
that was really good.
That was awesome. Thanks.
Keeping up the theme of fun, energetic black person followed by sad white guy.
Yeah, you really like painted a great picture fast, and I wanted to hear more. I could just listen to you until I fall asleep for like 10 more minutes.
I want to hear you describe dialogue between two people forever.
Yeah.
And then he said,
With rainforest in the
and
back.
I said,
I felt like I was watching a dope one-woman play.
super dope. Ben, welcome to the show. This is your first time on the show, right?
Second time on the show.
Second time.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Midwest, Ohio originally, and I lived in Atlanta the last 5 years.
Represent. What part of Ohio?
Cleveland, Akron area.
Oh, very cool. I'm from Youngstown.
Nice.
Columbus. Did we talk about this last time?
We
Joe?
did, yeah.
What do you do for work?
Right now, I work for a company that licenses YouTube videos, like funny videos. I'll reach out to people and ask them if we can give them money to license their clip.
Oh.
You should watch this video. It's really hilarious. You're gonna laugh so much.
How much do you have to how much do you have to pay to license those videos?
It depends on like what kind of licensing. My job is just so I'll watch like a clip on YouTube, and then I'll have to find the person who posted it originally, because a lot of times it's like in a compilation. And then
super sounds of the 70s.
Oh, that's right. How much? That's what we figured out. Is that you have the exact same voice as Stephen Wright.
Okay.
What if he was like Stephen Left, the Bizarro Stephen Wright?
Wow. So, Ben.
Yeah.
How long you been doing it, man?
I've been doing it
Reached up
for
to 21 and
8 years.
Get it to say 21. How the fuck is that possible?
reached up to 21 and
Say 21.
21.
I gotta say, there's nothing sadder as a comedian when the sound effect gets the biggest laugh of the night. It's like the machines took over and we're obsolete. I wait till Skynet is in control now.
George Baker selection.
It's funny because the last time I did it, I think you did that clip the same time the whole time too.
So, Ben,
Yeah.
how do you get into the YouTube business like that? Like, how do you
I got lucky, man. I just someone put a post saying they're looking for content.
Just keep on going. Shut up. Can you tell us just one
I can't tell the difference. I don't know who is talking right now, or if it's the board, is it me, or is it...
There you go, Ben Palmer. Good answer, by the way. Oh my god. Really good answer. Totally understood it. Huh. Do you always wear sweaters like that? Is it like a trademark thing?
No.
Or a terrible accident?
Oh, seriously?
Come on! No, I'm kidding. I'm actually a fan of it.
Thanks.
How long have you been in LA now?
3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you?
21 and
Probably red band. I totally, by the way, forgot that sound effect existed when I asked.
Your Roast Battle Season 3 champion, Stephen Wright sound effects.
But, I wonder what his record would be if sons of bitches. Alright. Ben, anything else interesting about you other than the fact that you sound exactly like Stephen Wright? And you have any like special hobbies or skills or anything like that?
Yeah, I like to troll. I do trolling.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, that is so funny that you admit that.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
That is what I imagine they look like. So,
Who are some of your favorite people to
Yeah, is it YouTube or Twitter? What's Reddit? What's
there should have never.
Oh, great.
So, do you want to hear who I troll?
Yeah.
All right, so
Women shouldn't be Ghostbusters.
trolls. We can just people that I troll on the internet.
All right, so I troll angry customers on corporate Facebook pages. I pretend to be customer
Don't clap
service.
like he's fucking Robin Hood, alright? He's sad and lonely.
Wait, do you do that for the...
I'll be like, Home Depot, someone will be like, Home Depot, you fucking dicks, the piece of plywood fell on my toe. And I'll be like, from Home Depot, fuck you. You know? But it's deeper than that.
Someone needs to stick up for the corporations.
So you like make...
No, it's not for the corporations. It's for the service team that works for the corporations. They get shit on for no reason.
I like this.
I'm confused though. How do you go in as the... How do you respond as Home Depot?
I make a page called Home Depot or just customer service, and I use their logo. So great.
But when they click on it, don't they see that it has 0 followers or whatever?
Yeah, but most people don't really
Stupid,
understand.
and they just immediately just attack.
Yeah, or it just doesn't matter, and it's like, fuck you, whatever. It's fun anyways, you know.
That's so awesome.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making people think they were on the Home Depot Facebook page.
You're like an evil, awesome genius.
Thanks, man. All right, so I'll also troll. I have trolled. You guys know Joel Osteen?
Yeah! Fuck that fucker.
Yeah, fuck that guy. If you've ever seen Joel Oldstein, that was me. I don't know if you saw that.
No, we didn't.
My bad.
Instead of Oldstein, it was Oldstein because he's old.
Did that bother him? Did he attack?
Well, the Houston Chronicle picked it up, and then his spokesperson made a statement, and they were actually pretty cool about it.
Was it God?
Did you feel shitty when
It was the devil.
Did you feel shitty when they were pretty cool about it?
No, I didn't. Not at all.
So Joel Osteen, Home Depot. What other great troll wins?
And then,
under your belt?
well, before I left Atlanta, I got a bunch of parking tickets, and so then I made a City of Atlanta page, and then just posted like I work for the city government. Just shit like, fuck it, just be wherever you want.
But, so then, what do you do? Like, do you use hashtags and stuff for people to stumble across it?
No, I'm on I do all Facebook.
Why Facebook? Well, of all the places, Facebook.
I don't know, it's just for...
It's dumber people on there usually.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it
How
is.
about that?
Of course it is.
Really?
Definitely. It's dumb people on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, sorry. I mean, we use more than 70 characters. But... No, I don't know. Well, Facebook I can respond. We use more words, so that helps.
Have you ever had an
I just take
obnoxiously long post on Facebook? What's your longest post?
Longest post? Yeah, sure. One time I wrote some guy and it was 10 paragraphs long. His question was 1 sentence.
Do you remember what the question was?
I don't remember.
God damn it.
One time.
I like that you spent 3
told-
hours doing that and he was the one being pranked.
Yeah, exactly.
I pulled a fast one.
Yeah. So I do a show where I use a projector and a screen, and I put the stuff that works on stage, and I kind of narrate the trolling.
That's great.
You do a
Thanks.
troll show.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
so
Where do you do that at? I want to go to that.
I did it at Sketch
Under
Fest
the
this
bridge.
past week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, wherever I can. I'm touring over the next few months, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
one of my favorite things is that I think it was Subway. They have they got TVs in all their locations. And they would have the news, and then they would have Subway tweets that they approve. Hey, I love Subway on the side going. And then I posted a photo of a Subway sandwich going, this is the best thing ever. But when they approved the tweet, I could tell when they were people were downloading or watching it. So I changed the photo because it was on my website. I changed it from a Subway sandwich to a
Did
goat
someone
seat.
interrupt him with the Stephen Wright sound effects?
Yeah. So it was a goat seat. So when you're in Subway, they approved the tweet that says, I love Subway, and it's supposed to show a sub, but it was replaced by a goat seat of a guy doing their asshole.
Wow. Maybe we can replace that part of this podcast with something funny.
Yeah, that story was as fulfilling as eating at Subway.
Ben Palmer. All right, buddy. Well, it's nice to meet you. There you go.
You guys have a good one. Thanks.
He's on Twitter at Palmer Ben.
Trolling. I keep trolling. I keep trolling.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Looks like another new one. Joy Eileen.
So, I got sexually confused reading my kids a bedtime story last night, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Let's find opposites in John's building yard. What's the opposite of soft? That's right. It's hard. Opposites are fun to find. First in front, and then behind. I'm gonna laugh. If you guys aren't gonna laugh, I'll laugh. Opposites are always right. Some are loose and some are tight. John can push and Jack can pull. Joy was empty, now she's full. The opposite of wet is dry. John said hello, then waved goodbye. I wasn't gonna smoke a cigarette, but you guys aren't having any fun. So.
Holy shit, Joy Eileen. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Tony. That was terrible.
I love how no one had a boner during that.
Hey, Red Band, so what did you do at Subway again?
Well, see, I took a photo and I put it on my web server and I just renamed it.
Joy, is that your first time?
That was a bedtime story because we were all put to sleep.
That's the first time that's actually bombed.
That's the first time that's bombed?
Where is it killed?
We got Tony, we got another liar on the podcast. Are you also 30?
I mean, where did you do this that it killed? Like Barnes and Noble?
No, Barnes and Noble. That's funny. I'm a romance author, so that's funny. Good job.
Jesus, that wasn't funny.
No, Flappers. It like a week ago.
Enough said.
Hey guys, that is a reputable.
That's a cool place. Jeremiah and I sleep in bunk beds in the Flappers View room.
9 out of the 10 people I brought said it was hilarious.
Jeremiah's bed
It
is
also
shaped
looked
like a
really good in
sax
my
case,
kid's
and mine's
bedroom.
shaped like a guitar case.
They're flat so.
The subject of your comedy is truly groundbreaking. Your
Just
timing
two super
impeccable.
sounds.
If I had one thing to add, it would be that I'm lying right now.
George Baker's.
You need two things: a drawing board at your place and a ride home.
Okay, what's going on over there? Let's close that notebook. Joy, are you going in for the double bombing? What is this, Tower 8 coming down over there? Jesus. Tower 6. I can never remember that now. Tower 8.
She's like, it worked at the Aleppo Comedy Club last week.
They were all drunk. Showed my boobs.
Never remember.
My pet loved it.
Joy, stop talking for a second. So when you say that it killed at Flappers, like when I say how long have you been doing stand-up, what's your answer to that?
It's been almost a year.
A year, and how often do you go on stage?
Not that often. I have 3 kids.
Sure.
So-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know, you read very, very interesting. Like, I mean, that's clearly not a children's book.
It is.
What you said.
Yes.
So
How many people?
It's in my purse right now.
Did you?
where's your purse at? Where's your purse? Right there? Whoa, somebody just threw the fucking book. What is this, the little boy you've been reading to?
Oh, that's Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
I like that you're trying to blame the bomb on the person who wrote the Bob the Builder book.
No,
It wasn't my words. It was this dumb fuck.
I will take the bomb.
Yeah, Bob the Builder is a kinky little fuck.
Wow.
It wasn't a random house bomb. It was an on-purpose.
The opposite of wet is dry. Blah, blah, blah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh my god.
It's a super chubby book too.
Can we bomb it? Yes, we can.
What if it was called Bomb the Builder?
Is that the baby daddy?
That is the baby daddy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Triple babies. They're not the Versi triplets, are they? You guys aren't the parents of the Versi triplets.
Oh my god.
Like mother, like son.
Although he did get more laughs than I did, so fuck.
Well, I mean, Joy, you're not really going at it that hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many spots do you think you've ever done on stage, if you were to guess?
10,
3, 6, 10.
10, yeah.
Right, yeah, you're a little baby. You didn't even move the mic stand. So, did you do those 10 times? Did you always do the Bob the Builder thing?
No. Because like I said, I'm a romance author and I'm a massage therapist, so I've got a lot of shit.
Wow.
Romancing the hot stone.
So, are you successful in the romance novel field? Have you had things published?
I'm indie, so I'm self-published. So yeah. But I mean, you can go on Amazon and I'm there. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's the kinkiest thing that happens in one of your romance novels?
Or in real life.
Sure, yeah. I want to know what this fucking
Well,
mad
we could
dog's
go-
up to. Look at this fucking guy. What do you drive for a living?
Therapy.
What kind of, you drive something for a living, am I correct? No? Alright, fuck it. Anyway, back to you.
I actually have a book under a different name, under Patty Cake, and it's two lesbians, so that's the key.
What do the two lesbians do?
Each other. Well, they're roommates, and one roommate she's a virgin, and she's like trying to get a guy, and
Seems super well written.
That's the story of Pat Reagan.
How many different things have you written, Joy?
I have 5 books published.
How old are your kids?
5, 10, and 15.
5, 10, 15.
Mathematics.
Every 5 years, you guys just cream pie city, huh?
The first one's not mine.
Dude, that's what I call sex. Cream pie city, dude.
How long have you been with your man over here?
12 years.
12 years.
Oh. Wait a second. But you said 5, 10, and 15.
The first
A kid every 5 years, it's like cock work.
Okay.
Interesting.
Have you ever had a lesbian encounter before?
No.
Well, I think you should. And
You
I
know
think you should
what?
bring it home for better books, right? More realistic books.
Okay.
Yeah, audience, get on his red bands.
It's like if WWF's China was a housewife.
Joy, the subject matter of your comedy is truly groundbreaking.
Okay, this thing ain't working, Pat. Abandoned ship, bro.
It would be that I'm lying right now.
Alright.
See, we should have both abandoned the books.
Joy! You know what? I'm gonna let you get out of here on a laugh, Joy Eileen. Get out of here. There she goes. Joy Eileen. Hey, it's me. Joy. I'm gonna let you get... I've never let anybody get out on their one laugh, by the way. That's a kill Tony first. There it is. I'm gonna... So fun.
She's still contributing more to this world than we ever will.
If you're wondering, our one current regular, Allie Makovsky, is in New York City. She just went to New York for a month or two and was extremely featured on every single
The booth.
morning show. She was with Shia LaBeouf. She's the girl that when Shia LaBeouf got arrested on the video that circulated everywhere with her hand up. So we let her go to New York to go do stand-up out there, and now she's basically the "He Will Not Divide Us," like the face of an entire movement.
You don't have to divide us.
Literally.
You don't have to divide us.
They just keep repeating it like zombies, so I don't know what drugs she's tried since the debate. He will not divide us. He will not divide us. He will not divide us. It's very frightening, but hopefully when she's done with whatever cult she's joined temporarily, when she'll be back on the show. I pulled another name out of the bucket. Put your hands together for Kevin Kelly.
I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and the green in my eye. I'm a no doubt bitch, set-tipping man. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, that thing, nothing but a heart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and trans and non-gender identifying primate mammals. I hope you're well. I was thinking about our nation's motto the other day, you know, the one Congress changed in 1957 to "In God We Trust." And my question is this, y'all. Which God is it specifically that we trust in? Is it the white God or the black God? Is it the brown God or the green God? Is it the God with the lion's face or the God with the hawk's beak? Is it the God with the snake tail, the eagle's wings? Is it the land God that makes the earth quake or the sky God that throws lightning from the heavens?
The God on currency.
Is it, fair. I'll give you that one. Is it the water God that throws tsunamis from the ocean? Is it the God that says to kick gay people off the roofs of buildings? Or the God that's like, yo, slavery's a great idea? Is it the God that hates women? Or the other God who hates women? Or the other God who hates women? Or the other God... Thank you, Los Angeles.
There you go. That is one of the funniest manifestos I've ever heard in my entire life. Are you going to shoot the place up now? Oh,
Thank God it's over.
Hey, Tony, can I say
Well,
something?
which one?
Pacifist.
I usually hate hecklers, but that dude was dope.
It is actually funny that you say that. I sort of agree on that one.
I like the other guy took credit for it. That was great.
And I usually hate slam poetry, and once again, I'm right.
Kevin, how's it going, my man? How you doing?
Oh, well, Tony, thanks.
How long you been doing stand-up?
Stand up, about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
How often are you going?
You look like one of the guys that gets trolled by the other guy that was on stage.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Whoa. Do people not know what this show is?
Yeah. Kevin, so about a year. What do you do for work?
Build things on the computer.
You build things on a computer?
The computer, software engineer.
The computer.
The main computer. What types of things do you build?
Programs, systems, and
Anything fun that we would know about?
iPhone, the iPhone 2, iPhone 3S.
That's fun.
He looks like Steve Jobs.
Thank you, Todd. What? No, he doesn't. Steve Jobs now, maybe, but...
Whoa!
I look like a dead man.
Oh,
You don't look like Steve Jobs. And why are you so poetry? Like, is this your normal act? Or are you like this, like intense? Do you go to Flappers also?
I don't do flappers.
what do you do?
Make art.
Where are you from?
New York originally.
How long you been here?
LA, about 2 years.
2 years.
A little over.
What do you prefer? Why do you prefer LA over New York?
No winter. LA, it's kind of like the island from Lost. Every day's a little bit the same.
Yeah.
New York, you get 4 true seasons.
Right. The winters out in the east.
They're aggressive.
When you're dragging a bloody body, it leaves marks in the snow. Whereas out here, it just sort of blends into the street.
You look like you're performing until your wife comes back. I'm doing this for you, Sophia. You had wonderful hair that was the color of the sun.
You seem a little out of breath. Like, were you changing a diaper before you came out here or something like that?
I'm winded. I have asthma.
You do? Do you have an inhaler?
Not on me.
Oh, this is interesting. Are you having an attack right now? No, you're good? Cool.
Quit asking him about it, dude. You're seriously not having an asthma attack right now. Like, your heart is starting to beat faster as people are asking you more questions about your asthma. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right.
You're good. Thank you.
Resume.
So Kevin, what do you think your main point that you were trying to get across during that thing was?
Well, if I had to,
I didn't quite get it. I thought you were just going to pull out an AK-47 and be able to just shoot everybody.
No, heavens no, Tony. I'm a pacifist. But I do think now more than ever, the world's first secular republic be allowed a word or two.
Wait, say that one more time?
I said I do think that now more than ever, what with the climate being what it is, the world's first secular republic be allowed a word or two. If I
Red Band is one dirty dog.
You gotta be good at that one. I don't know who else jumped, but
Could I just say that was still the least intense part of the last 5 minutes?
how hard did you guys jump?
I got shot for a second. I thought I genuinely got shot. I can imagine that's what it would be like. You would just hear a loud bang and it's just sort of like, oh.
I just shrugged that shit off. I was like, huh?
Dude, we all got shot like 30 minutes ago. We're all in purgatory.
You look like you're having a roast battle with yourself.
Kevin, why do I feel like you have one of those, like, apocalypse shelters? What are those called?
I think it's a
Bomb.
You know what it is.
it is a shelter.
Do you have one?
I don't.
Do you have like bulk items, like stacked, like prepared, just in case something were to ever happen? Do you live by yourself?
No.
Who do you live with?
My partner.
Ooh, lovely. Really?
Yeah.
Like, Henry Rollins?
Like what people think you are, Tony?
Yeah,
It's raining men.
What the fuck is going on in here right now? The fuck?
I like that Brian tried talking and didn't work. He's like, back to the sound effects. I know what I'm good at.
DJ Garage Band.
Hey, Kevin, how do you think the world's gonna end?
Our world?
Never mind.
Our world?
Strike the question.
I do want to hear this.
Guys, okay, so look, so humans are one species on a planet with hundreds of millions of species. We're on one planet.
Do I have to watch this TED Talk?
That goes around one. We orbit one star. And that
How long
star,
is this? How long is
Quick,
this?
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Keep going, keep going.
We got one star in one galaxy, and that's one galaxy in a cosmos of 100 billion galaxies. And there's a billion stars in our known.
Yes.
So again, our inconsequential human primate mammal. All right.
Our society's doing well.
Yes.
Red Band is one dirty dog.
The power of the pad. Kevin, any other special?
Imagine a tunnel of light.
What was the end of the whole thing? Billions and billions of
Envelopes your
stars.
cerebral.
Well, I mean, we're one planet. We have life on one planet. There are hundreds of billions of planets.
Yep. First day of kindergarten, we got that part. Yep.
Right.
So what?
How does this world end? Probably the same. All worlds end. We'll
This
use
is the kind of conversation you hear when you're leaving the coffee shop.
That is so fucking true.
Are you good at sucking dick?
I think I'm just gonna work from home today.
Serious question.
Pat Reagan with a question from 3-point range.
Never done it. Yeah.
Never done it.
Sorry.
There you go.
Dude, I'm into finger blasting. It's all good, dude.
I like that. Save it for marriage. It's sweet.
So when you say Second Republic, I don't know. There's something I feel like we're almost somewhere with you here. When you say that, secular republic.
Secular republic.
I thought that you were like starting a cult or something.
Oh no, we Americans, we as the collective
The world's
people
first
of the secular republic.
We gotta change the world one comedy podcast at a time.
Kevin, what else do you do?
As much as possible, to be honest with you. Stay busy, guys.
Have you met my
There
friend?
really has been a diversity of creepy white guys on this show. If you get all the white guys together, it is a disturbing police lineup. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
But I feel like this might actually just be Wub Savell if somebody hit him in the head with an aluminum bat after this. You guys remember Wub from earlier? The guy that looked just like him?
I'm not understanding this reference.
Kevin, anything else you want to mention? Favorite thing you've ever done in your entire life?
Favorite thing?
Yeah.
I chartered a helicopter to the top of the Alps and jumped. That was
so fucking intense. And jumped like you're a human Mountain Dew commercial.
It was Code Red style. It was as real as the streets.
Wow.
As real as the streets.
There's a massage therapist if you need any work.
My shoulders are tense.
Yes, just your shoulders.
So you went to the top of the Alps. You took a helicopter to get there.
Yep.
Right? And then you jumped out with a parachute. And did you land on the top of the Alps, or did you like glide along them? I don't get it.
No. It's you're above the Alps and you just you're there. You're like 50,000 feet up. You're suspended. You look it over, and then you just jump. You land on the ground below the Alps. You don't jump from on top of the Alps to the Alps.
Duh, Tony!
Yeah.
Awesome!
I'm learning all about the Alps. So, you, with a parachute.
Yeah.
How far of a jump was that?
15,000.
15,000. 14.
I raise you 2,000.
Oh my God.
We should make like a cow and move on.
There he goes, Kevin Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to meet you, Kevin. There he goes. He's on Kevin Kelly _ Sometimes after a more cerebral episode, that's what I'll describe this as, a cerebral episode.
Faux cerebral.
Very cerebral.
Faux cerebral, not cerebral. It's pronounced pho.
I think you don't realize I'm saying an entirely different word, but, right?
Dude, what?
There's a guy here who went up for the first time a few weeks ago that I want to see go up again. Specifically, he made his debut here, and it was so fun to watch him work. So I'm just going to bring him up. We're going to have one last comedian come on, and that's the end of the show. How do you guys feel about that? We fell in love with this guy the first time we saw him here a few weeks ago. Put your hands together for Mystery Dan, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Tony, but sadly this may be my last appearance here. Because if the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl, I will kill myself. I have bet every last cent I own on the Falcons, and spent the last of my money on a 9mm Glock and a box of bullets because they won't sell an individual pack. You know. So I'm just waiting for the game and the outcome because I just can't imagine a God that would allow 5 New England victories in the Super Bowl. I mean, there would be no God. I wouldn't be afraid of hell or anything. That's it.
Well, there you go. Wow, good job, Tony. Looks like there's just no way for us to avoid the theme of tonight's episode.
I'm glad you let Kevin's partner tell his side of the story.
Well, Mystery Dan actually did. You are gay, right?
Yes.
And you lived for. We talked about this last time you were on. You lived for decades in the closet, and then you just said fuck it, moved to West Hollywood and started butt fucking everything, right? That's pretty much the story. Just to catch you guys up. I didn't catch a few episodes ago.
Surprised you're not a Packers fan.
Yeah, dude, I'm surprised your name isn't Fistery Dan. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he exclusively travels by hot air balloon.
Are you a Patriots fan because you're their logo?
I feel like he still calls trains locomotives.
I feel like he paints his face to look like an Indian now and dumps you into the ocean.
He looks like he's on Mr. Rogers' neighborhood watch list.
It's just so good to finally meet Captain Crunch. Been my favorite cereal for so long.
Fuck you, Lin-Manuel. This is the real Alexander Hamilton.
So you're gonna really shoot yourself?
No. I don't even follow football. I'm just.
Oh, what the fuck?
Mocking those who take the game too seriously.
It's a great job.
You thought there was something human about him, but he deceived you. And then he takes his face off and it's a snake underneath. Foolish humans! You fell for the musings of Mystery Dan.
Why did you not listen to Kevin?
Mystery Dan, if you were going to be an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Boy, that is a hard one. I'd probably go with crow. That's
what? A crow?
Yes.
Why a crow?
You get to fly. They're very smart.
How long are you and Aphrodite going to be in France?
Oh my God! You wouldn't date Mystery Dan? Hell no! Oh, you guys would be awesome together. You two walking around would look like 2 eternal trick-or-treaters.
Both your hurricanes could cry at each other.
One night as kids, they went out trick-or-treating and they just never separated after that.
Ebony and Ivory.
Hey, Red Man is a dirty dog.
Mystery Dan. So, I don't know if we got too much into detail. You have a boyfriend now, Mystery Dan?
Oh,
Or
no.
you're just playing the game, right?
No. I'm a lone wolf.
A lone wolf?
Yeah.
So that's the animal you probably...
I feel like if Robin Williams was alive, he'd play you in a movie and win an Oscar. Don't be sad at that, he stole jokes.
So, like, what kind of guys are you into, Mystery Dan?
I like the young twinkish types, but these days we're just
Say that again? Quaker. Wait, say that again?
And then Mystery Dan's like, no Latinos, please.
White zone. 2 in the twink, 3 in the stink.
Did you,
There are some mysteries better left undiscovered.
Mystery Dan, did you vote in this last election?
Well, yes, I did.
Whoa, you made
And
this.
Jill Stein would have made a great president.
No, I voted for Hillary.
You did?
Yes.
You're with her, huh?
Yes, I was.
Wait, Aphrodite, did you just say, oh God? Were you a Trump supporter?
Hell no.
Who'd you vote for?
I was Green Party.
Aphrodite doesn't want to have to do jury duty, so she skipped it.
Vandellas.
Well, actually, after the inauguration,
I wrote in the Sidewinders. They should be the goddamn president.
That's right. They gonna do nothing for black people anyway.
Hell no.
A moment of silence for everyone who sat behind her in the movie theater.
I love her over there.
Long moment of silence.
She's like part of the set, but she's not part of the set, and she's on this podcast. I love it. You're like sloppy quippers. Jesus, Mike.
You can't see or hear what's going on.
You don't know nothing about black women.
Okay, relax, Aphrodite. You relax. Pipe down over there. She gets excited. Mystery Dan. So what's something crazy you've done like in the past couple weeks since we've seen you? Like just real talk. You don't have to try to be funny. Just something interesting that first thing that pops in your head.
I went to the Broadway theater thing that they had downtown the other night. They opened all the theaters. It was really fancy.
Oh yeah.
All the
That was supposed to be
on
pretty
Broadway,
cool.
all the major theaters, the old ones, the
Broadway.
ones.
Did you buy a new cape or wear one of your old ones?
What's your favorite candy?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? What kind of chocolate?
Sweet chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Let's get it on. You know that would just make too good of an ending of a big episode, now wouldn't it, Aphrodite? Wouldn't want to put a big black ribbon on this whole thing. Oh, is this what the... Alright. Huh. Mystery Dan, what else do I want to know about?
What's your favorite kind of porn?
Oh, Jesus, Brian. Really? For Mystery Dan? You're going to throw that at Mystery Dan?
I feel like you have a portrait of yourself in your house, then the eyes move whenever you walk up.
Oh my God.
In a way, I do.
That is true, Mystery Dan. You were one of my favorite characters on the Guess Who game board. I mean, look at you. Have you always had that cool white hairstyle like that?
I just quit dyeing it about 5 or 6 years ago.
What color did you dye it?
It used to be brown. I used to try and keep it brown, but then I just gave up on it.
And now it looks like Board of Education.
So, is it true that you are running for president of 1786 right now?
You look like you invented the word filibuster.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever done and gotten away with? We asked Wolf earlier, turns out he was raw dogging a stripper for a year. How about you?
I want to believe he wrote the children's book that she read from.
Bob the Builder.
I feel like you've been chewing that same piece of gum for like hundreds of years.
It was the first piece. He invented gum.
They called it Wrigley.
He's the only person that's gonna die of tuberculosis now.
He knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of a dizzy button. Specializes.
That was Joe Jimenez. Tight.
Yeah.
He's made up of pure imagination.
Tell us something about you that we'd be surprised to know, Mystery Dan. Anything. You went
I beat the Grim Reaper 3 times in the last 2 years.
Wow! Are you fucking serious? Oh, wow. Wow. In what? Chess? In your afterlife parties that you guys have?
I think he was just like, I'm not touching this one.
Turns out the Grim Reaper's a total twink.
Oh, you came for you and you bent him over and butt fucked him, huh? Left creepy long gray pubes all over his black suit. He's pissed. Oh.
Wiped it off with his fucking jacket.
Hey, Mystery Dan, have you ever owned a chandelier store?
No, but I do enjoy them.
I would love for someone to say, I want to speak to the manager, and then he comes out. You right?
I've just been hanging around the back. It's a chandelier store, you motherfuckers. Alright, Mystery Dan.
He was in the play that Abe Lincoln saw.
Mystery Dan. Alright. Well, what can I say? You are one interesting character. I mean, let me ask you this. What has the Grim Reaper failed at? How has he tried? Like what?
First time I had a concussion in a steam room and I took about a 4-foot head dive straight.
Wow, you were in a steam room butt fucking so hard that you...
I was alone in the steam room.
Oh wow, that's
Jerking off so hard.
And I thought I was dead for about a 2-minute period. It was truly trippy.
If you thought you were dead, you weren't dead.
Moved my fear entirely.
interesting. So you hit your head, got a concussion. Did you go to the hospital?
Yes, fortunately no damage other than I had to get 6 staples in my skull.
Ooh, wow. Scalp staples.
My scalp tore open and
and they decided to flop that wig on there at the same time. Okay, so concussion in the steam room, a huge masturbating accident. And how about the second time? How'd you almost die in the last 2 years the second time?
I almost choked on the Toblerone.
Dude, I'd laugh at that, but I have no idea what that is.
What was the second
It's
time?
the Jeremiah Watkins of candy bars.
Don't be shy, Mystery Dan. Tell the truth.
The second time was I was stabbed in a racially motivated attack. They just said that I was
Fuck yeah. Wait a second. So I heard of the racially motivated attack, and then you might as well have been Aphrodite speaking to me. What did you say after that?
What?
Racially motivated attack.
Yes.
And what?
Yes.
Ooh, you did win.
They told me to exit stage right. Even.
What happened in the racially motivated attack, and how many times did you say the N-word before you were stabbed?
What's the style at the time?
Jabba job. I happened to be at a Burger King 3:30 on a Monday afternoon.
Ooh, an afternoon hamburger.
He was wearing the crown that
There were these 2 young black dudes bullying everybody there, and
you said, you know what? I almost died from jerking off in a steam room recently. I'm gonna stand up for these kids. I'm Mystery Dan.
Hello, officers. I believe I'm a part of a racially motivated attack.
So there's
These two ruffians are disturbing me.
What were the 2 young black kids doing to, how old would you say that they were?
Dragging their teeth. I'm trying to enjoy my Whopper Jr., the twink of sandwiches.
Alright. Mystery Dan. So what are these 20-year-old kids like saying to other people when you say that they were bullying? What were they doing?
Every word was the F word or the N word.
But they're allowed to say the N word.
Freedom of speech.
Yes, well.
Yeah. What do you think you're the?
Yeah, but
what
why can't we say?
What do you think you're the king of Burger King or something like that?
The fact that he said N-word is the real mystery of the night.
Okay, so they're calling people this, that. What do you say? See if we can get you stabbed
somebody
again.
makes a remark about those people. And I said, well, every group's got its lowest 1%.
Uh-oh.
And the thug overheard that and said, what did you say? And I said, every group's got its lowest 1%. And he said, what that mean? And I really didn't think I was going to grasp. Oh, shit. I really didn't think he was going
Mystery solved!
statistical analysis involved in this. So I really don't think you'd understand.
That's what you said?
Yes.
And then what did he say?
Then he continued to bully the waitstaff for another 5 or 6 minutes, trying to get a rise out of me. Then he sat on the food counters, trying to stare daggers down at me, looking up and down the street, make sure no cops are coming. And then he boldly walks up to me and says, anything you say behind my back, you can say to my face.
Did you tell him you fought for his rights in the Civil War?
So what was most telling in the instance was the self-righteousness in this asshole's voice. Anything you say behind my back, you can say to my face.
So what did you say?
Well, then he stepped back and sat back on the counter. So I said to him, as this is an eating establishment, I will thank you to take your ass off that counter.
That's literally what every white guy says before they shoot a black kid.
He proceeded to jump off the counter, stab me in the neck, throw me to the ground, beat me about the head and neck. Fortunately, I caught his first fist with my forehead and broke his hand. Ooh. He was unable to bruise this face.
know that my skull was made of titanium.
I'm just trying to got up and said, don't you ever disrespect a black man like that again.
And then I yelled, World Star.
So he said, get up, motherfucker. And I got up.
You got up.
You better believe it.
Holy shit, Mystery Dan. You were...
I was starting to get angry.
I was just trying to enjoy my nuggets of chicken.
This is an establishment of eating.
Okay. So then what? You were bleeding out of the neck and you stood up like this is like Passion of the Christ at this point. I mean, you're bleeding out of the neck. You've been beaten in the head. You broke his hand.
He issues a few more challenges him. I stand my ground. He walks out the door. I follow his pussy ass up.
Ben, show some more standing ground.
Screaming, get back here, you pussy. I wasn't going to dignify it with an N-word, which is what he wanted, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not what I thought you were about to say. Seriously. I was like, oh okay.
I mean, after someone stabs you in the neck, I think you might be allowed to say it after that.
This was coincidentally the same day you could not escape the image of a white police officer throwing a young black girl to the floor in the 7th grade day. It was that day. And after I was freshly stitched, I went to CNN with that tape playing up ahead to say, see what you have wrought. But unfortunately, security wouldn't let me through.
I don't know what just happened right there.
Dude,
okay, so the third time
it's
you
because
almost...
they're fake news, bro.
So the third time you almost died, Mystery Dan, what was this one?
This one was really strange.
Oh, this one was strange? You getting stabbed in the neck at a Burger King?
Well,
It's only a flesh wound.
well, one day I'll take...
You think I bleed blood like a mortar?
Well, one day I'm taking a piss and it's red, and I think that's not right.
Oh, you peed.
You had hemorrhoids.
I had a bladder tumor, which miraculously turned out to be benign because I have an older brother who had bladder cancer.
What if this is like the saddest Final Destination movie?
I think you're right. That may be it.
Wow. Death is almost catching up to your creepy pedophile thing. Huh. Well, that's interesting. You're a fucking survivor, and you survived up here again tonight. How long have you been on stand-up again? That was like your first time a few weeks ago or something?
Well, this is about 4 months now.
Right.
So, this is the first time on a real stage.
Wow, there you go. Wait, are you saying that the belly room isn't a real stage, Mystery?
Well, I mean, the second time, Second time.
You want to get fucking stabbed in the neck?
Yeah, dude. Do you want to be history, Dan?
Jeremiah Watkins. All right, there he goes, Mystery Dan, ladies. Thank you very much. Sorry, a ton of other people that didn't get up tonight. My God, there's a lot of names in that bucket. out the drawing from Ryan J. Belt, everybody. We do that live for you tonight. What's up? I'm touring stand-up wise everywhere. TonyHitchcliffe.com. Frank Castillo just won last night. He won Roast Battle Season 2. Frank Castillo is on Twitter at Frank C Comedy. Frank, the letter C, and then comedy. So follow him now. And Mike Lawrence, right? Mike Lawrence, Roast Battle Season 1 champion. You're only 2 Roast Battle champions ever. Check out dates for you at what, Mike Lawrence?
I'm writing on a show called Drop the Mic that will premiere later this year on TBS.
Awesome.
So,
Mike Lawrence. Joel Jimenez, the drummer, is on Twitter at Mostly Sorry. Which takes me over to Jeremiah Watkins.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm at Jeremiah Stand.
Make some noise for Jeremiah Watkins' performance tonight, everybody. A little bit tired now.
At Jeremiah Stand Up. Reach out to me on social media, bro. Alright, yeah, dude. I'm connecting with the heckler from earlier now. Catch up on Roast Battle, and then the Comedy Jam comes out in March on Comedy Central with Mike, which Mike Lawrence wrote on as a part of too. So I've been working with Mike Lawrence all year so far.
Matt Reagan, Patty Reagan, Pattyregan.
Listen to my music.
He's the band leader here. Listen to his music. His new album is out on iTunes.
On Spotify, Bad Chat.
Spotify, that's Bad Chat. He's the leader of the Kill Tony Band and the reason why Jeremiah and Joel Jimenez are here. One more time for Pat Reagan. All that and more. I have a pro wrestling podcast called The Store Horseman. We just got back from the Royal Rumble. Fun times over there. Pony Hour, TonyHitchcliffe.com for all that other fun stuff. Red Band, take us home. Good night, everybody.
If it all goes right, I'll be in your arms tonight. I'm waving my dick in the wind. I'm lost in the sauce once again. I'm lost in the sauce once again. If I make it through the night, everything will be alright. I'm lost in the sauce once again. It's been 97 days since I laid my head beside you. 30 miles of hiking in between. There's some red and blue lights that are shining right behind me. That big, pretty mean bastard. You should have seen old Jimmy Wilson dance. You should have seen old Jimmy Wilson dance. Give that boy a dime and you could have a chance to see old Jimmy Wilson dance. Dance to me. I'm going to dance here.
Make sure you got the power cable. I had that power strip as well. Love you, Red Band. Let's see that. Let's see what it's like. I'll give a fuck. Shut up.